Hello everyone, welcome to a new live stream. Hello. So it's the weekend live stream for the crypto market. We're gonna see what's going on in the on the macro and the micro level, of course, for Bitcoin and the altcoins. Let me welcome all of you first and unpin my message to see the first message from Toby. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Weekend live stream soon. Yes. And KG, could you please share your thoughts about WIF and Tau? Yes, of course, we're gonna see your special request as well, of course, after our main list as usual to assess, of course, the market and estimate where are we going. So we have, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Sui, Render, FET Injective Virtuals, SPX6900, XRP, MBMB, and some special requests from Discord. And we'll see, of course, where are we heading. So, Toby, welcome, buddy. Yes, we're gonna see WIF and Tau. Tau is essential as well to see, so we're gonna take both. Joe, hello, buddy. Just was thinking about a new live stream. And here we go. Please, MERLIN chain analysis. Okay, is that a crypto one? I mean, it sounds a little bit like a stock. MERLIN chain. Okay, it is a crypto. All right, we can take a look. I hope that it's something good. So MERLIN chain. All right. We're gonna see this. Dubai Fitness. How you doing, buddy? Hey KG, please do ADA. We can see ADA. You're very welcome, short and long term. Yes, Shafi, nice to see you here. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I hope that you have the same, buddy. Thank you. Everyone, hit the likes and share the stream. Thank you for reminding Shafi. And of course, guys, thank you for your support. Don't forget to hit that like button. It helps a lot, of course, to continue with what we are doing on this channel. And Sui, just in case it's not, yes, it is. It is in the main list. Of course, Sui, we're gonna see it. Solitarius, hello, buddy. I hope you're good, bro. I'm very good, actually. Thank you for asking, and I hope you are doing well as well. And do you have any special requests? No. Ayub, hello, buddy. How you doing? Guys, smash the like button, please. Okay, thank you, man. And we're gonna do LFG for you, of course. Thank you for reminding as well. Afternoon, hello, MT. How you doing, guys? Hit that like button. Thank you, guys. I mean, I appreciate it so much, of course. And I think everyone can even like just remind us, and I think after my experience, like it depends on the personality of that person. If he wants to hit that like button, that's nice. If not, okay, it's fine. But I hope that one one day you change your mind and you just get like a connection with that like button. But yeah, thank you very much for your support, who always hit that like button, guys. Thank you very much. Ayub, please check the total too. Yes, we're gonna see total too. I think this is a capital market, right? So here we are. Azibia, thanks for doing this. You're very welcome. It's a pleasure always. And do you take a look of cup and handle? Okay, I think I remember these two. I'm sorry, buddy. We did this before. They are not recommended. Okay, I'm very sorry. I remember those two. They are not recommended charts. They are not healthy coins to really show, and it's a little bit, of course, too much today. So, if yes, please check Solana. Yes, Solana is gonna be there. So that's good. All right, guys, let's start. We start, of course, with the analysis. Um, all right, LFG is not a coin. Okay. Okay. I don't know what was it, the abbreviation then. I thought it is a coin. All right. So let's start with Bitcoin, guys. All right. At 12 minute, as usual. We're gonna see, of course, with Bitcoin just micro level, because today we made the deep analysis already. We showed, of course, the potential scenarios that it might unfold and the key level, that it might separate between bullish and bearish or sideways or etc. Right? So currently on the micro level, the most essential key is 95K, which is already the daily from yesterday. Yes, right? Still the same. Why? Because we are still looking for the one-to-one fib level here as a potential A, B, and a C zigzag toward the upside. Your wave C is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and still unfolding and still looking for a wave 5. Now, why I think that this is a wave 4 and not something like 1, 2 or something like this? Well, if we dive inside it, as you can see, yes, you have an impulse there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, very clear impulse. And if we are considering this as a triangle here, A, B, C, D, and an E, all right, that's great. Then you have 1, 2, 3. Where is your wave 4 and a 5? Remember, you can never finish something toward the upside, overshooting like this, without finishing 4, 5. You have to always finish, of course, here with an impulse, all right? Whether a wave C or a wave 5. And in this case, it didn't happen. We have only 3 waves toward the upside, meaning, of course, something else is unfolding over there. And that means, of course, something corrective still might be the A, and you have another A, B, and C, or I would say this is a W, X, and a Y here for a wave B, because, of course, you have 3 waves, and you have W and potential X, and you have kind of like a wave Y, right? And then we move, of course, impulsively in a wave C. Therefore, if this is your wave C there, which I believe it is, finished, and you're looking here for a potential 1, 2, this is very, very likely scenario 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal, and we're looking at wave 2 and continuation toward the upside, probably for a wave 5. And this is because I still think, at least, that we have to cover this gap towards the 95K. Now, if we reach this level, is it like sure that we are bullish? Of course not. You're still in an ABC, don't forget. So even as a correction, I'm looking to close this gap, meaning continuation toward the downside is probable from there, unless we find more strengths here and we get 4, 5K additional to the 95K, we reach the 99, and above it. And that means, of course, at that time, yes, I can switch to a different scenario. One scenario will be eliminated here by 95 or 99K, which is, of course, the impulse 112 wave 34545. This will be eliminated from our list, and that will keep us, of course, in two possibilities, which is ABC for a wave 1 as potential diagonal, ABC wave 2, and then we continue the drop normal. So the scenario is still, of course, there as bearish and expanding flat wave C, but it's a different pattern, simply. Rather than being impulsive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is gonna transform as a wave 1 to once only you get the 99K. Okay? So this is exactly what we are looking for. Currently, I'm still looking honestly toward the upside. I don't see yet, of course, a full finished correction here. And especially, of course, that if we take a look here at KGT as well, okay, we see, of course, a signal which is convergence here. But I still see, of course, a very strong bullish signals as well at the opposite side, and still, of course, looking impulsive here. And probably we might continue towards the upside, especially after a long range correction. And because the long range here that we already got, I mean, it's obvious that we are having some force here, yeah, some strength toward the upside. So that's why I still, of course, investigate the things here, and I'm not yet, of course, clear that we are dropping down. Okay. Now it can be, of course, a possibility of 1-2. We're gonna see, of course, the reaction, the confirmation for a 1-2 or for something lower, simply taking this low. So this is our confirmation for something to move toward the downside. Of course, the market decides at any time when it wants to. So therefore, of course, we keep it as possibility. And this is exactly our confirmation. Meaning, if we finish ABC here, we cannot, of course, then continue for higher. Okay, the things are clear. Then, of course, we got confirmation. 90K, 300 is, of course, our confirmation for something lower. Okay. So this is what I'm looking for as a key level, guys. All right, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Okay, so this is regarding Bitcoin, and we're gonna check, of course, the dominance today. We are at 18 minutes. So for Bitcoin dominance as well, we are, yeah. So I was expecting, honestly, that the dominance might move like impulsively like before. But this did not happen the last week. But it has formed something, of course, as a potential wave 1, because you might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here as a potential impulse, and you have here an ABC probably for a wave 2, and then we can drop, of course, continuously towards the downside. Now, what it might happen if, in case that the dominance is gonna drop, is it like gonna be positive or negative for the crypto market? Um, this is the most interesting thing regarding the Bitcoin dominance, because it works in both sides. Sometimes the dominance drop down and we see Bitcoin and the altcoins moving really up toward the upside, right? And especially for the altcoins when this happens, meaning, of course, Bitcoin is losing dominance here. But looking at Bitcoin even moving up in green at the same time, that means the altcoins are outperforming Bitcoins. Yeah, so this is the thing. But sometimes, like lately, what we saw also, like we saw the dominance raising up here, and at the same time we saw also Bitcoin raising up, and that means, of course, Bitcoin was outperforming the altcoins lately. Yeah, so this is what we saw. But only one altcoin was performing almost the same and maybe a little bit better than Bitcoin was Sui, right? We saw Sui very impulsive, and we're gonna see it again. But other altcoins, I would say they were not really 100% performance, but they were showing some potential. We're gonna see, of course, the next. But regarding what we expect for the dominance here, I'm expecting, yes, a move toward the downside for the next week. But I'm not sure if it's gonna be similar to this one, because this one, it was bullish for the prices for Bitcoin and for altcoins. So is it gonna repeat, or is it gonna continue within the same way here? Because this was bullish, and during our drop for the market lately, the dominance was toward the upside. Now, the last week, we start to see, of course, something pushing higher again, where the dominance was also pushing down. Currently, we are in creation of a wave 2, which is very close to finish in ABC expanding flat, and we're going to continue the drop down. So basically, every drop down for the dominance here, starting from there, it was positive, I would say, for the altcoins and for Bitcoin, right? I mean, of course, this move up was completely, of course, a destruction for the crypto market, and especially with the wick, what we saw in every coin. But I would say, like, when we are in the direction toward the downside for the Bitcoin dominance lately, since this top, it was kind of like positive for the crypto market, showing higher prices. So is it possible that it's gonna repeat this week? Well, we're gonna see, guys. But very likely, yes. So we'll see. Let's see Ethereum. For Ethereum as well, I mean, it was fine, but not a perfection, I would say, as a performance. But it can unfold something for higher, definitely. We're gonna see that. So basically, for Ethereum, we are on the 4 hours chart here. We have, of course, our 1-2 impulse, another impulse as a wave 2. The wave 2 here is an A, 3 waves, and then you have your wave B, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 ending diagonal, finishing exactly inside our blue box here, between the 0.618, 0.786 Fibonacci level. Perfect hit as well, and in precision, in case you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 impulse here. Your wave 5 finished perfectly and very precisely on the 1-to-1 Fib level to 2,643. And that makes it, of course, if this is an impulse, makes it an ABC, right? That means a W, X, and a wave Y, right? In ABC. So in both case scenario, whether W, X, and a Y, ABC, both are done and finished perfectly, right? And in our blue box, and of course in precision. And we start, of course, to see the reaction, right? So this is exactly what we were looking for, a reaction. Now, if we dive inside this reaction, it was not the perfect one. I have to be honest, okay? It's not a perfect one. And that because of double diagonals. I mean, come on, why double diagonals? Of course, it has two possibilities, which is, of course, a finished wave C as expected ABC. Very rare to get double diagonals in zigzag, like A, B, and a C, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of course, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Leading diagonal, ending diagonal. So very rare, but it happens, guys. Okay. And the second possibility here is a double 1-2, because mostly the diagonals or leading diagonals can be, of course, for impulses. 70% are wave 1 of an impulse. In that case, of course, we might still have a double 1-2. Now, if we are in a double 1-2, okay, I will take, of course, the fib level taken for a wave 2 as an impulse here. And you will see that even we did not yet reach the minimum requirement for a wave 2. So by all means, even if we dive a little bit deeper, the possibility is still there. Okay? The possibility might still be there. And we might be, of course, in another 1-2 here. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. Okay? Meaning, yes, it's still, of course, a possibility that we might, of course, shift for higher in case the market is gonna really continue for something higher. Now, invalidation of any kind of impulsive wave, well, we need to break a wave 2, but I will not wait to this far. I'm gonna take it as follow. Let's break the momentum. Okay? So taken from the lows. if we break the momentum taken from the lows here, and we break it really massively, somehow like decisively, not massively, well, okay, very likely that we drop down. It's a ABC there, okay? But if we continue for higher, as you can see right now, and we see, of course, something pushing higher, which is our confirmation for higher, by the way, shifted to there, 3,100. I would like to see, of course, because you know me, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, taking the high. This is confirmation for something higher. If this is gonna happen, of course, our confirmation is exactly there. And regarding also Ethereum, I would say on KGT, I would say on the 1 minute chart here, we have even some signals, yeah, some strong signals of bullish. So there are a lot of strengths here, right? But don't forget, of course, right now we are getting some pressure again. Okay, so it might be the thing right now. Okay, we see a bearish signal, some pressure. Probably in case that the price is gonna keep pushing and pushing and taking the high here, which is our confirmation anyway, as per Elliott wave as well, and that's why always KGT align with Elliott wave. If we gonna take this high, meaning of course the signal here is gonna be invalidated because you don't have conversions anymore with the price and the CVD line. If the price moves up, it's gonna become diversions. Yeah, so this is exactly what I'm looking for right now. Basically, right now it can be, of course, something deeper. It can be an A, a B, and a C. We gotta watch also the blue box, and of course we're gonna see what it might happen. But very likely, if we break the momentum, that is not really good. Okay, so we gotta watch, of course, what it might be. Yep, so this is regarding Ethereum. Let's go chat. Please check total 2. Yes, already taken. Thanks for doing this. You're very welcome, Ayub. And you take a look at, okay, I think we read all of this. Hello, MG. How you doing, buddy? All right, so let's continue with the next one for Solana at 27 minute 30. So for Solana, let's check. Yes, so Solana is the same. I would say I will not dive so much deep in the daily. I'm just gonna show the current possibility where we would like to break this scenario or invalidate it or let it work. If invalidation given, okay, we go to $75. You can go back to Solana latest analysis video and you will watch, of course, the daily where we are aiming for $75 in case only of invalidation of this scenario, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 leading diagonal wave 1. We have something very, very obviously corrective, and that because of the overlaps here. I don't see anything like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to say, oh yeah, we're very bearish, we're diving, we're sinking, right? It's still too early to call anything bearish here, and I'm still looking at something as corrective. Simply deep correction, W, X, and a Y. Probably your wave Y has to be kind of like ABC, can be possibly finished here, which I don't like it so much, like 3 waves, but possible. Another possibility is, of course, an A, B over there, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is the only impulse that you might count here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which it can be even like a wave 3 finished there. Meaning, very likely that you are even in 1, 2, and this is the wave 3, and you might have a wave 4 and a 5 still. Okay? So, in case we drop down, this might be the scenario, like a bigger impulse here. So, correction, well, we have to dive deeper, right? In this scenario, well, it's a little bit different even from Ethereum. Yeah, so if you have a 1, 2, another 1, 2, you cannot really count several 1, 2s after it. So I'm not convinced, honestly. If we are even in a diagonal here and we are finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, that is not even good. So therefore, for Solana, it has showed after this price here, it has showed that this is a W, X, and a Y, guys. Okay. Very likely that it is W, X, and a Y, where your wave Y is 3 waves even, which is not nice, honestly. It is corrective in case, of course, we are looking for something bullish here. It is corrective. Wave 4 is still unfolding there, and we might still get a wave 5 downward. Okay, so let me check if that is the one. Yes, it is. Wave 5 downward extension. Okay, wave 4 and a wave 5 to finish. Probably again wave 2. It depends where it's gonna finish. Well, if it's gonna take the 886, which is this one, 106, if this wave 5 is gonna dive deeper, well, that's not good. Okay, that is not good, meaning of course the low is gonna be taken and then we drop down. Confirmation for bear market. So this is the last hope for Solana as well, same as for Ethereum, of course, the 112. If we don't really push for higher, okay, we're gonna lose it, guys. Okay, we're gonna lose this scenario and then open, of course, the bearish market, $75, which is our confirmation. I know it's a little bit. I mean, you can take it from the $100, yeah, towards the $75. If it's taken there, okay, definitely we're taking the low. We drop down. Great. And also for much more insight as well for Solana here, we have also another signal. Yeah, it's another, okay. Solana shows a lot of pressure, guys. It's different a little bit from Ethereum and Bitcoin. Well, actually, we have a lot of pressure here. I know that the bullish are there, but they are invalidated here. As you can see, the signal taken from there, and the price took it already, meaning the divergence is not working there. Okay, for bullish, you would like to see divergence between the signals and the price, but this drop has killed it. It has killed it. So we have a very strong pressure in Solana, honestly. Yep. And let me check also the 3-minute chart. Let me see. Well, there is a divergence on the 3-minute chart, but on the 1-minute chart it says it's gonna drop one more. So if we get one more drop and it's gonna create another signal bullish on the 3-minute chart, then okay, it can be a rebound, meaning okay, can be likely as well scenario here. I mean, I always get inspired a little bit by KGT here as 3 waves up, 3 waves down, meaning one more drop, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then continuation toward the downside. Okay, so this is what I get a little bit here inspired by, because the 3-minute shows somewhere that yes, it's gonna, because it's already divergence, by the way. Okay, on 3-minute, but the 1-minute chart is stronger because it shows much deeper price, and it shows that okay, we're gonna take the lows here and one more drop. And if this one more drop will fail to take the low there, it's gonna keep a strong divergence, and of course the bullish signal will be over there with a even lower CVD, and it's gonna be stronger. So therefore, yeah, it might push for higher, but after one more low. But this is also not something bullish. Yeah, it's not something bullish. It's still, of course, a 3 waves, probably 3 waves, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we drop down again. So unless also, I don't know if it's gonna show something different later, maybe something as potential zigzag as leading diagonal, but you cannot consider even. You don't have impulses. That's why. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. All right. So basically, so far, I see a little bit of weaknesses appearing also in the altcoins. We'll see Sui. Well, Sui is the best performer. Why? The only altcoin between our main list which has created a gap, right, in a wave 3, which is very, very interesting, which it has, of course, showed a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And we're still ranging sideways, right? We're still sideways here. So for Sui is very interesting and different a little bit from the other altcoins. Is it gonna decouple? Well, probably. Well, I'm even convinced a little bit here with Sui low that it has got the low, because on the daily You are in three ways, not on the daily, all-time history, guys. We are three ways up, three ways down. We took the one-to-one fib level taken from the A to the B to the C, which is potential wave B, three ways up, three ways down. And this, so far, SUI, it looks for me very logical to start to seek for higher. I would say the chart is ready at any time. Now, if the market is not ready itself, like still, I don't know, still very, very pessimistic here, well, it can, of course, drop a little bit more, but I don't see it strongly here as a strong scenario. So my target for SUI is still there, of course, as $7 that it might unfold wave C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, three ways up, three ways down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave C. And it's very logical. I mean, it's not a far all-time high here, but it's very interesting. Now, if we dive deeper inside this potential scenario, let's go 1 hour. So you have here probably a wave 1, 2, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But of course, I cannot count here a wave 5. This is a problem as well. Like with this high, obviously you have three ways up. Okay. So what does it mean? It means, of course, we are very sideways corrective here. It can be, of course, separating two structures. It can be simply ABC, three ways. You have a separation as a structure here, and you're gonna get a third structure, which is your wave C, and then dropping down. But what I think that the chart is not yet ready for this low here. Yes, it can move down, definitely, but I don't see it yet ready for this low. So what I think here is, of course, something very sideways can be an ABCDE currently as a running triangle, right? So if we want to label this as a running triangle, you have the A, B, C, D, and an E. Okay, so this is a D there. If this is a wave E is so far unfolding right now, well, okay, you need to finish a zigzag, right? A zigzag is an impulse, correction, impulse, or diagonal. Now, obviously, that the price has started to be hesitating towards the downside because I don't see a very, very clear impulse. The things has started to overlap. Okay, so basically, I see hesitation even towards the downside. And it can be, of course, finished so far in this low, but yeah, you still have three ways also towards the upside. Meaning, currently, since it is a weekend anyway, so we are expecting something like this, yeah, very sideways. But this can finish up a wave E. Probably can finish 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Nobody knows. In an ending diagonal, meaning zigzag wave E finished, right? And then we push for higher. So by all means, I don't see really strong move yet toward the downside. We might get, of course, lower. Don't get confused, but I don't see yet, of course, this low to be taken. I see probably is gonna be a stronger potential three waves towards the upside. Okay, this is what I see, like A, B, and a C, or W, X, and a Y. Also for SUI, if we take a closer look on the CVD, by the way, the signals on SUI are very, very strong, the strongest. And that's why I call it the highest performer here. Look what a divergence we have and how many bullish signals we got. It is a very, very strong divergence. And of course, those bearish signals are working, by the way. They are in convergence. If you take the price here and this one, they are lower. They are almost in convergence. And we see, of course, the drop down. That's true. We saw the drop down. But currently, while ranging sideways again and overlapping, look what you get. Which is, you didn't took the low yet, and you are already in divergence. Bullish. Meaning you might push for higher. Now on the 1 minute chart, if you want to get much more detailed here on the 1 minute chart, well, okay, you will find different thing, of course, during this range here, where you got, of course, all your divergence as bullish, pushing higher, pushing higher again with each signal. But here, where you got, of course, the sell signal on the 1 minute, of course, that was your drop. Currently, we still find weakness a little bit on the 1 minute chart, but I believe in a little bit longer term, which is 3 minute chart, it's gonna, of course, probably drop one more low, which is your wave E, finishing up there and pushing for higher. Because we are already in divergence in a bigger picture here. Okay? And therefore, I'm looking, of course, for one more low. Maybe it's gonna be a very weak low, and then pushing for higher suddenly, yeah, out of nothing. A, B, C, D, and a E. I'm already. I think already this sideways is ready to explode, guys. Okay, and it's very clear sideways. By the way, this is your high. Why I believe that we're not gonna go there. Why? Because this is your high right now. After this high, you would like to see a 1-2. Is this is looking like a 1-2? Well, it is 3 waves, right? Therefore, something very corrective is unfolding, and I'm still looking for higher. We're not done yet. And probably this blue box still has to be taken, at least. Okay, so probably here A, B, and a C. Okay, I'm looking for this area. If we take a zigzag and confluence, let me check, guys, or regular flat at least. Wave C, regular flat. Wow, yeah, we might reach the 1.75, guys. Now, this target is for a potential wave 5 because I still consider this is a wave 3. Obviously, you have a clean gap here as an impulse, and wave 4 and a 5. But if it's gonna be 3 waves up, wave B, because it's not allowed to be a wave 2, of course, as triangle, then wave C can reach even higher. So SUI is looking good, honestly. I don't know how it is different from Ethereum and Solana. I don't know, guys. It's a chart, okay? I don't see the same for Ethereum and Solana, for example, but I see something really strong for SUI. And of course, the signals are already, I mean, the difference is already clear when you see this monster mouth open. Okay, I always call it the monster mouth. When you see such a strong divergence here, and of course within the signal and the divergence of the price, that's a very nice signal. Do you see the same on Solana, for example? Let me refresh. We don't see the same. And this is the difference. Okay, I don't see the same. It's going down, right? It's going down now. Even it's not stronger like SUI. Okay, that's different. That's very, very different. Okay, so yeah, normally, even of course, as I mentioned, there is a divergence for the bullish, but it's not strong as SUI. SUI is the highest performer here. And yeah, so I'm very optimistic with it. Okay, I'm very optimistic with SUI, honestly. And this is the idea. I mean, we need to find here the strongest performer always. Look at Ethereum. Is it the same? Of course not. And everything is overlapping, showing weakness. Where is the divergence? There is no divergence here. Both are moving up. So yeah, is it the same for Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin also not very, very strong, but I would say not bad. Yeah, I mean, going sideways and pushing up. So the strongest here is SUI. All right. Let's see the next one. What do we have there? We have render at 44 minutes. All right. So for render, okay. I think we need to go a little bit bigger just to explain a little bit, understand where are we. So basically for render, 3 waves up probably finished as a wave A. We're looking for 3 waves down to be done and finished as well. Why? Because render showed already a regular flat there. right? As a wave A, three waves. It was followed by a triangle, and it was our ultimate bearish signal. Actually, if you remember that time, it was our ultimate bearish signal for the market, if you remember. Especially when, if you go back to that time, I mean, in the date of 20 September, if you go back to that date, the videos made for that date, when we start to move downward here impulsively, or 23 Septembers, for example, where we got the impulse, I mentioned, okay, we're going down, guys. We're going bearish, right? On that time. And here we go. But the thing is, because of this massive drop and this wick, which I don't consider anymore in my analysis, I look at the candles as they are, honestly. I see right now a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 is still unfolding. Okay? So this is what I'm looking for. Potential ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more low, yes, and we might push for higher. Now, can we push for higher really as bullish scenario? Not really, because in a bigger picture, we need really to understand this, guys. In a bigger picture, you might still looking for the time here. You might still be looking for a balance in this corrective structure, at least the 0.618 FIB time, which is in May 2026 here. And you will say, okay, KG, but this is finished structure and we finished impulse. Yes, can be, but this might play an impulse for a wave A, B, meaning yes, we might get an interesting push toward the upside, and then wave C. Finishing wave Y in time, at least in the blue box, not necessarily to take the wick, forget about the wick, but a structure has to balance there. Okay? It has to balance at least 0.618 Fibonacci level. Not necessarily to get that. Why? Because we paid a lot. All right? So it's all about time right now. So basically, from there, yes, I can claim something very, very bullish to unfold. Now, of course, guys, the market decides at the end. Of course, the market decides, but it's a very, when we see this as per Elliott wave, that is 70% that yes, this is playing a role there. Okay, we need the balance. But if the market decides, okay, we got enough, and we push for higher, meaning new all-time high, okay, it can be, guys. It's not necessarily to follow the time always. But how do we know? Of course, we need to first get a good structure, impulsive and not three waves. Because, of course, after an impulse here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you finish wave A. You're looking for three waves up as a wave B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if it's gonna be an impulse, that is the answer. That is gonna be the answer. Why? Because you know, the impulse five waves always define the direction of the market. And the three waves define the correction, which is the opposite, right? Yeah, so this is the difference that we're gonna get. If we get really a nice impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, it's gonna be an answer for render. Currently on the lower time frame, I'm looking, of course, for one more low probably here for render, and especially, of course, after this price action is not looking great. Of course, forget about 1, 2's 1, 2 here is very, very low possibility. Obviously, I'm gonna remove it because it's not possible anymore. What we are looking at still here is an ABC, and this is what I think is going on. I don't see yet the low so far. I see three ways up, sideways, or ABC expanding flat, which is gonna finish a wave B here, or probably even finished. But I still see, of course, something that it might be taken for lower, and of course pushing again up for a wave C. Yes, target might hit the 1.98 again. Okay, so A, B, and a C, and then we look at the low. Now, if you take a look at the confluence, what do you get? you get the 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The ending diagonal, the blue box in confluence, right? So this is exactly what I'm looking still for. This is not enough, actually, as correction yet to push for lower. It might, of course, push a little bit higher before we drop down again. Hello, Ahmed. How you doing, buddy? Bruning. Hello, hello. And can you please take a look at Caspa? It's looking really good. Caspa is one of our coins. Yes, so we're gonna take a look. We can see it. All right, guys. So yeah, this is regarding render, and let's move for the next one. Our main coins, FET, 50-minute 30. So for FET, we have also a good signal of strength. Honestly, I'm not gonna dive so much deeper in the all-time history, but because it is almost the same as render, ABCDE, one of the honest coins. If you go back to 20 September, 23 September, in between after this impulse, I mentioned, okay, guys, we're going bearish. Okay, it's an ABCDE. It's done. It's done. Okay, the decision has been made. It is a wave B. We're gonna look for a wave C, and then we got, of course, the catastrophe here. However, after this, we start to have, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished, and this is the difference between render and FET. It has started from there. Well, render made clear three ways zigzag and continue as diagonal, while FET has finished the impulse directly as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And after this, we got a very massive move, which it took the high here, by the way, which makes it even a possible scenario of A, B, and you're looking to finish up here as a wave C, probably. Simply taking the low, maybe. Or, because we're still in a potential of bullish here, which it can be, of course, finished three ways, and you might have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 leading diagonal. Why? Because I start to see some weaknesses, of course, there. However, because it looks like 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it starts to seek after a potential diagonal there. Normally, such a diagonal will get a very shallow wave too, so be careful. It might drop, of course, massively. And it might be, of course, a wave C there. So my highest possibility here can be, of course, the A, the B, and the C, or the W, the X, and the wave Y. This is your wave Y here. A, B, and a C might be, of course, an expanding flat because you took the high. So 3 ways down, if you want to count this, 3 ways down, 3 ways up, and you start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so probably yes, a low can be still there. But yeah, we still need, of course, to be careful with FET, of course, guys. Internally here, nothing showing power, nothing at all. The worst performer again, FET. I don't know why it is decoupling, but yeah, it's not showing power at all. Well, here it shows a lot of weakness. It was the weakest coin during the drop or after the drop even, but after that it shows a lot of power and strength, which no coin showed this actually. Currently, we have a lot of weakness again in FET. So it is decoupling. I don't know why, guys. Is it because it is AI coin? The AI coin are decoupling, getting their own trends? Probably. Can be the situation. MT, would you have space for dash? Well, if we don't have time, of course we're gonna continue this as usual tomorrow. So I'm not sure. Anyway, we're gonna finish all of them, but if we don't, of course we're gonna continue. We always have a live stream only for special requests, and tomorrow, of course, you are welcome for new requests as well. Yeah, so that it regarding FET. I don't like what I see on FET. So for injective, here we go. All right, for injective is not that bad, but also the same. I mean, rather than being in triangles for FET and render, the difference is that you got A, B, C, finished wave B, meaning A, B, and a C. This is our bear market. Currently, in injective, you have double 1, 2. Wave 3 given, wave 4, very clear triangle, 5 as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning injective has finished a structure impulsive 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Forget about the wick again. Okay, don't let it disrupt your things internally. If we want to get more answers, now it's not bad for injective. You might be in 1 2, of course, but what we are looking at again is a potential diagonal here, which I'm not convinced so much in it, as a bigger 1 2, because you have a smaller 1 2 than bigger 1 2. What kind of double 1 2 is that, right? Therefore, highest possibility is an ABC for a wave A finished, wave B finished. You're looking at 1 2 3 4 and a 5, wave C, very normal ending diagonal. Plus, you drop down. Okay. Now, if we are dropping impulsively, can be, of course, but it is very likely as well that you might have another 3 waves down, which I think this is what it might happen here. Another 3 waves down, and that you push again a little bit higher. Okay. Now, maybe also there is another possibility here, which is interesting. Can be a zigzag wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Or a 5 finished here as a zigzag as well. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, leading diagonal, and then A, B, and a C. And that makes it, of course, a wave 2 there. Expanding flat A, B, and a C. And that's why you're looking at an impulse there. Can it be the possibility where I'm going to keep it there as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5? So I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to keep this one, put it in yellow a little bit to see the difference between bullish and bearish. So we're going to watch this. Mr. Moon, AVAX feels like a stable coin now. I've held it for 2 years and I'm just back to break even. I don't like AVAX honestly, but yeah, it's not performing good. We can take a look, of course, on AVAX, but I don't see a good performance in the all-time history again. Okay, so unfortunately as well, so we'll see, guys. For the virtuals, let's go virtuals at a 58-minute 30. For virtuals as well, well, we got kind of like a nice performance in for a while where we hit our 1.618 expected target as a wave 3, but after this, of course, this was the confirmation for higher over there when we were still here, and we got it, and we pushed higher, and we took our targets. That's nice, but guess what? Your confirmation for higher has transformed to invalidation of bullish. Meaning, if you come back to this area, that might means, of course, that you have invalidated the 1, 2, 3. Wave 4 is not allowed to interfere with zone 1, which is already a clear signal here by virtuals. That means we have finished up here as an A, B, and a C over there. There you go. Currently, we are dropping 1, 2, and potentially another 1, 2, and then we might dive deeper. So, yeah, the weakness in virtuals is clearer, honestly. And we see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Can it be extended wave 5? Can it be a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Well, very likely, guys. Can be. Something like this is still unfolding. Now, why the market is not ready yet to move for higher after this massive low? Well, guys, we need to finish structures, of course. It can be even something here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning you can be 1, 2, and then wave 3 over there, and this is an extension wave 5. So right now, your wave 5 might be unfolding as 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and probably pushing higher again. Now, it was clear for me anyway, before we dive deeper here, it was clear for me from there, right? It is an ABC, meaning on the all-time history, if you remember in the videos, of course, we are in this highest possibility as triangle there. 1, 2, 3, and you might be here in WX and a Y, right? And we said we push for higher. There is a possibility anyway. In both case scenario, we're gonna push for higher, whether correctively, 3 ways, or impulsively. Well, it ends up correctively, and that means opens the scenario for A, B, C, D, and a E, and then pushing for higher. So yeah, very likely that we might be in a different, again, 3 waves towards the downside here in triangle for virtual, meaning I'm putting this wave 4 behind and pushing this as priority, meaning this is an A in the blue scenario, wave B, triangle, and then you push for higher in a wave C. Okay. Hello, Hashara. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Okay, that's for virtuals. Let's move for the next one in SPX 6900 at 1 hour 2 minutes here. For SPX 6000, well, this one is somehow different. It has a performance. Don't forget, of course, we're shifting here for higher for SPX. One of the good performer as well. Very interesting. So you have a 1, 2, 3 perfectly given. You have a 1, ABC expanding flat wave 2, 1, 2, and wave 3 here, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And getting a wave 4 currently in the blue box, perfect blue box, and you push for higher. What is interesting is that you got 3 waves already from the beginning here, and you might, of course, continue for higher. Invalidation for this scenario, of course, I mean, always we have our invalidations there. Invalidation for bullish is exactly at this price, which is 0.56. But currently, you're looking fine. Still, ABC, you would like to seek, of course, for higher prices. 15-minute chart. Well, I'm not convinced that it's done and finished. Of course, this is your wave C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But if you take this price, invalidation of bearish, meaning for lower prices, if you take this price, this is your signal that you push for higher. 0.669. Okay, we push for higher from there, but obviously it's gonna finish up a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then you push for higher. If it decides to continue impulsively, well, if you break the 0.38, be careful. This is a red flag. Breaking below, it's a red flag. Again, I repeat. Okay, so be careful. Yeah, so if you don't want to risk so much until invalidation, well, risk management there is required, of course, at that price. XRP 1 hour 04 minute. So for XRP, well, we did yesterday a very detailed one for XRP. If you're interested as well in the daily, you can go for it. But I'm just gonna dive in the micro today, where we have a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished wave 1 or wave A, and we're sideways. which is one of the good performers so far right now, XRP. What we are into it is a potential, of course, triangle still. Here we are. There you go. A, B, C, D, and a E. And of course, you know, XRP is a lover for sideways. So A, B, C, D, and a E probably still might be unfolding. Currently, you are in a wave D. And you push probably for higher in a wave C or a wave 3, which I doubt a wave 3. Why? Because after an impulse, you would like to get a wave 2 minimum requirement 0.38, which did not happen. Plus, you're not allowed to be in a triangle for a wave 2, therefore it is a wave B. Meaning, if this is the case scenario, our target is gonna be for later on. By the way, it's a nice one, so no financial advice, but it is nice. This box, 2.67, 2.45. Okay, in a wave C, of course, in a wave C. And that means in a bigger picture, well, what it might be the situation? Well, obviously, zigzag, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 to hit our blue box in a bigger picture here. Meaning A, B, and a C. Or W, X, and a Y, bigger one. Then pushing for higher in time. If you have realized, we need the time anyway. So always the micro are attached to the macro, guys. If you have realized on this channel how we estimate, always we make connection from the lower time frame to the bigger and vice versa. Yeah, so this is exactly what is about. BNB, let's see, of course, I mean, also BNB yesterday analyzed, I think, yes, yesterday or before yesterday, I forgot. But basically, BNB also is very weak right now. Different charts, by the way. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because BNB, during the drop of the market, this massive drop, BNB retaliate directly, impulsively, and made a new high, by the way. Why? Because it was necessarily to finish up the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3. It was necessarily to finish a 1, 2. That was your wave 4 in this massive drop. And it was necessarily to finish a wave 5. Because you're not allowed to get to this high in 3 waves. Somehow Tau did the same, if you remember. We were in 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, and then wave 3, which is 5 waves. And we dropped down. Before invalidation exactly, it has retaliated in a wave 5 and then started the bear market again. This is exactly what Tau did because the chart itself, it doesn't allow to finish here in 3 waves and you drop down. You cannot, because this is a very huge wave B if you are in an expanding flat. This is very huge. As an A, B, and a C, well, very rare, very, very rare, guys. Unless something is wrong going on there. Okay? That's why we start, of course, a new diagonal here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I think in BNB is going on, yes, everything is overlapping as a potential wave A, B, and a C, or potentially can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, but I doubt it. But in a bigger picture, I'm very, very looking for higher for the blue box there, 0.38. I'm going to show it there, 0.38, 985. Because you need it as a wave 2. Meaning we're going to move for higher in a very creepy price action. Okay, overlapping the whole time, and then we start to go bearish again. Okay, this is exactly what's gonna happen, and I know that we're going like overlapping already from the start there, because okay, it can be here a potential wave 1, 2, and then you are in 1, 2, 3, 4 so far, right? It is a possibility. You still have a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. invalidation not taken yet, which is possible. Yeah, it's still, of course, possible that you push for higher. Yeah, but I don't see yet probably here a finished structure. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it can be. Well, it can be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it can be. Perfect target 1.618 taken from the A to the B to the C. Well, yes, guys. All right. So probably it might push for higher. Wave 5. But still not enough, because in case that we finish, probably it's going to be an ABC, three ways down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 2. And then we continue the drop downward. So I don't know if you start to get the conclusion, guys, for the crypto market. I'm going to already write it here. So the conclusion is crypto market right now. Okay, crypto market is finding weakness to move in bullish scenario, but still open for higher prices in a correction wave. This is what I think. Meaning, yes, we're gonna see higher prices still in many coins, including Bitcoin, but it's gonna be a correction, guys. Nothing is bullish, right? But higher prices are going still very likely to be seen. Meaning, I doubt that the low here is gonna be taken right now. Okay, three ways, and then we drop down. Yeah, and most interesting coins to be watched are most interesting, or let's say highest performers. Okay, are XR before XRP. Let's put BTC, SUI, XRP. Okay, so those are the highest performer right now. Yeah, so we're gonna see, guys. Hello chat. Hello George. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, man. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, guys. So let's move with our special request. That's nice. We are at 1 hour 12 minutes. So I would say good balance. All right. So we'll start with JASMY. JASMY. Well, okay. So, okay, I'm not gonna dive very deep, guys, okay, because we already do this every time, but basically, not looking good, okay? Very simple. A, B, and a C, and especially that this can be, of course, a three waves up. You are in A, B, C probably here, so I don't like it. Now, it can be, of course, that you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 3, 4, and a 5. But I doubt it. What I think here, look what is possible scenario ABC as well, can be an AB and a C. Okay, a simple way. I don't see a good performance here. Now, target has been hit. Perfect targets also has been hit, and we still see weakness. Okay, so on the lower time frame, we're still very sideways here. I mean, what is that? It's not finished, definitely. Yeah. And after this potential triangle, you probably here open. Yes. Look what you have. The diagonal. Wave 5. Not finished there. It's still extending. It's just weakness. It's the same wave, by the way, but simply extending. Yeah. So wave 4 and a 5. One more low. Okay. So be careful with this one. All right. XVG, we are in 1 hour 14 minutes. XVG. XVG. USD, probably. Verge, okay. Did we saw this before? Obviously, yes. Okay, it's not a bad coin, actually, on the all-time history. Why? Because it might be, yes, impulsive in a wave A. Obviously, we are very sideways in a triangle. Wave B, not a wave. That's why I removed the 1, 2 here, because you're not allowed to be a triangle as a wave 2. Therefore, definitely we're looking for a wave C. Where is the target, by the way? So the target is, let's take the lowest point as safety. And this is a zigzag. So here we are. Okay. If you want to remove even be more safer, remove the logarithmic. This is your target. This is your box. 0.29. Now, are we ready? Is it ready for A, B, C, D, and a E? I don't see the E yet. Where is the E? A, B, C for a wave E, and then you push for higher, meaning still looking for lower currently. Lower time frame, we got confirmation for lower before the higher. Okay, you got confirmation for lower before you move for high. Therefore, this one invalidated, and we continue lower. So definitely we are in ABC here. A, B, and a C toward the downside, of course, for a wave E to finish up there. Okay, wave B. But after that, yes, you can be bullish on it. So basically, if you want even more precise target there, take zigzag this one. Yeah. So exactly, this is exactly what I'm looking for. 0.001. Right, guys. Let's move on with the next one, which is Zcash. Okay, let's see this one. It was very massively bullish, but I was warning that we were very close to the top. I don't know if it has dropped or not. Okay, yes, it has started. All right, so exactly. So after passing the 2.618, that is a massive move for a wave 3. Definitely, we're looking for a deep wave 4. And definitely, this is only the start, guys. Okay, so be careful with it, of course. We might have here, of course, a 1, 2, and then with a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, so the wave, I would say you can take it even higher here. Here we go. This is might be your target, but I don't see only 0.23. Honestly, I don't see only 0.23. I see at least the 0.38, 228. Okay, especially after a massive move. Internally, you are already in a motive wave. Yes, clearly. Okay, so 1, 2, probably here leading diagonal is opening. Let me check. Oh, you start from there even. 1, 2. Let me zoom in. Just is it to the high here? Yes, it is. But this is an 886 as well. Very interesting. Okay. Let's check. Oh, okay. You have several 1 2s here. Okay, this is a low 1 2 1 2. Wave 3, wave 4, 1 2 3 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. But obviously, this is still potential wave 4 triangle here. Okay, it's a triangle, guys. Obviously, it's a triangle. Yes, it's still looking for higher. Incredible. Okay, that's why I left the 4.27 here fib level. So basically, it can still go higher. Internally, this move is not yet finished. You have multiple 1 2s over there. And this is clearly a triangle A, B, C, D, and a E, and you push for higher. Therefore, yes, we're looking at least for the high. I cannot confirm how much high it's gonna go because it's scary, honestly. But definitely, you're gonna take the high one more time, and that postponed a little bit the drop down there. Okay, it postponed it a little bit, but still too early to move higher. But it might do this. Okay, yep. So this is what I'm looking for. But be careful with it. I mean, it's scary. It is scary when you see such a move. Now, I'm not so scared to say it's gonna move higher because I see, of course, the triangle. But how much high? This is the question. Yeah. So yeah. So it might simply take the high and drop down directly and massively, directly, very fast. All right. So for Maxi, So for Maxi, let's go to Maxi itself. By the way, of course, they have the ultimate history here. Yes. Okay. For Maxi, it doesn't look bad. Of course, I mean, it looks impulsive here. Let's zoom in for the whole time history. Here we are. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 1 or a wave A, of course, finished. What is the wave A? A, B, and a C as well can be very likely. And you're looking at a correction ABC for a wave 2 here or a wave B, right? After that, we start another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potential wave 1. And currently, you are testing a wave 2 over there. And this wave 2, because you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, potential wave 1, of course, you are again in A, B, and a C. This wave C can be, of course, something as diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So the blue box is already hit, but don't forget this is not the perfection. Yeah, it's not the perfect target for a wave 2 yet. Why? 0.786 is the most perfect target. I mean, between the 0.618 and the 0.786. So therefore, I think that the wave C, it might still drop to hit the 0.618 at least. Okay. So you still have some gap here to fill up, all right? And then you push for higher. Yep. Not bad for Maxi, of course. QNT at 1 hour 21. QNT USD, I think, yes, Quant. Okay, yeah, you can be in an impulse, but I don't like it as a wave one. Honestly, it's a little bit creepy, but it can be, of course, kind of like a diagonal, knowing wave five somehow is longer, which is not nice to see. But if it is the case, as a 1, 2, 3, you have, of course, a triangle very clear sideways. In case you are in three waves, so I don't care what's going on there, can be three waves, you are in a wave B. Wave C still have to unfold. You are looking for the 543. Now, after this, you have, of course, this triangle A, B, C, D, and a E. And then we see, of course, another 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 toward the upside. 1, A, B, C, very clear, by the way, correction. Oh, and by the way, we got, wait a second here. Oh, confirmation for higher taken. So yeah, this is exactly what we were looking for here. So the confirmation is taken. We have a potential 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and you push for higher than a wave 3 there. Very interesting. Isn't it this coin the guy who invented and he tried to rug the people with it? And then the crypto community, just to revenge from him, they push it very high after he sold all his coins. Isn't it this one? Quantum? I think so, right? Or I'm mistaken. I'm not sure. But I think this is the story behind this one. Hello, KG. Could you check Mavia? Okay, we never heard about this. I think it's not a really good one, but we're gonna check it tomorrow, of course, because we cannot do all this list. Tomorrow will be a live stream again. I'm gonna push, of course, the live stream on the home page so you can see the timing when it's gonna be, guys. Plus, of course, special requests will be there, of course. Um, ES, hello KG. I feel sad for all the poor innocent people that will miss buy Nvidia during the holidays. Okay, we are in crypto market first, uh, and I don't feel sad about it. If they want to do it, they would do it. I mean, if they are professional traders, they would do it. But I think that was okay. Okay, buddy. Here is not stock market; it is crypto market. Buddy, I'm very sorry, man. You have to follow, of course, on the on the stock market. Today is about crypto. Tomorrow will be about the stocks. Okay, and of course on different channel, which is the stock market channel. All right, so 1.618 still to be taken at $110, guys. Okay, so that is looking good actually for quantum. Guess what? We're gonna put it there. QNT. Interesting. All right, so these are the special requests from Discord. Let's do some of these until ADA. Right, we're gonna cover this, and we're gonna keep the rest, of course, for tomorrow, guys, in a new live stream, just for special requests. No main list, of course. So for WIF, we okay, for meme coins, already I mentioned, be careful very much right now. The crypto is not in its perfect timing. So meme coins are the worst performers, definitely. Be careful, of course, from any kind of meme coin. However, for WIF, W, X, and a Y, I'm still looking for the time here. Definitely the wave Y is still, of course, in three waves, push higher, and then it's pushing even in time. Probably can be the triangle there. Okay, can be an A, B, C, D, and an E, and then poof. Okay, but timing is required. Forget about the wick again. Okay, it's all about the FIP time in this bear market right now. It's all about the FIP time. The bear market is done, is finished, as pricing is finished. Okay, we're looking right now only for the great time. Maybe it's gonna be bigger. A, B, C, D, and an E, and taking the 1-to-1 FIP time to make a balance here. That will be horrible, boring. Right. So yeah, for WIF, I don't see any kind of. But for for the lower time frame, currently I'm looking for lower. Okay, I'm still looking what's gonna happen with this. Okay, probably it is a diagonal here. Okay, in zigzags. Okay. Yep. All right. That was regarding WIF. Tau, very interesting. Very interesting to check on Tau, by the way, because Tau was kind of like a good performer after the drop. He recorded a new high. So for Tau, yeah, it's still fine. It's still fine. So we'll see. Basically, I'm not gonna dive deeper. You can go to the video, of course, for the daily. But probably we are here in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave one in a big ABC towards the downside. Can be done and finished? Well, yes, it can be. If we dive inside this latest trend here, 1, 2, 3, well, you cannot call it because invalidation of bullish has been taken, right? Wave 4, so we're gonna remove it. Definitely you are in an A, B, and the C. Yeah, can be yes, unfinished. Yes. So basically, interesting. Can I take it as diagonal? I mean, I don't like it so much, but it is 5 waves. And wave 3, oof, it can be an expanding diagonal here. Okay, it can be an expanding diagonal. All the rules and guidelines are given. Wave 3 longer than wave 1, wave 5 longer than wave 3, wave 4 should interfere with the zone 1. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. That's very interesting. So I'm gonna keep it, probably, but I'm gonna put it as a wave A maybe. And this is your wave B, and you're still looking for a wave C, probably toward the upside. I'm still looking for this target 1-to-1 for level, honestly. Um, I'm gonna readjust because it's a new update here. Probably, well, yeah, and the problem is that it's not finished yet. But let's say it is. It's gonna be finished there. Wave C can still be at 358. If I want a little bit more accuracy here, okay, be careful. The wave B might dive to 280 83, meaning this target, if we take it also at 1-to-1 to be a little bit much more closer, yeah, target can be 353, the most common, meaning A, B, and a C. And then we drop down probably. Or if we see strengths here and breaking the 1-to-1, then okay, this is the answer. It's a wave 1. Can be diagonal, yes. 1, 2, and then wave 3. Okay. But the answer is gonna be here, key level there. This is a key level for tau. Okay. Yeah. So, but you know, safety comes first. ABC testing area. If broken, okay, confirmation given. All right. Let's see what is that Merlin chain, guys. From where you come with these with these coins? Merlin chain. Okay, I knew it. I knew it. All right. Well, guys, it's I mean, it's a 3 waves down so far. Okay, it is an impulse there, but to where? I'm not sure yet. I mean, of course, it is an impulse. I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? I mean, if you are lucky here, you know, when we start to say about luck, it's not a casino here, right? So, sorry, guys, I'm very picky, but okay, probably you can get if you're lucky, okay? But I don't trust it, okay? It can be 3 ways down, it's gonna finish 3 ways up and pushing continuously downward. So, not recommended, honestly, okay? I'm sorry, guys. There is no data behind it. And yeah, I don't trust it. This is the thing. All right, for ADA. Okay, so for ADA, we still, of course, a little bit struggling here for ADA. We have 3 ways up in a wave A. You got a potential wave B still unfolding. I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, you got here potentially an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you are very corrective here and still looking for lower. And now, what is very, very remarkable here as a weakness for ADA is this massive drop 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, kind of like a finished probably impulse or at least expanding diagonal. But what is very, very critical is the overlap here that you're still very corrective and you find weakness again and you drop down. So with Cardano, what's going on? Well, it was a very popular coin, which I know, but obviously it's transforming here to something very strong bearish. She is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So that's horrible somehow, right? It's very, very, very weak. Probably is gonna take the wick again. So we gotta be careful with Matic, okay? Not Matic, actually Cardano. All right, guys. So that was it for today live stream. Of course, don't forget the conclusion is yes, there is a weakness in the crypto market, but I don't see yet all the coins will take the lows yet. I still see, of course, a little bit higher prices might unfold, but as corrective wave towards the upside, the highest performers are Bitcoin, SUI, XRP, and QNT. And before we close up, I'm gonna check a little bit lately on Bitcoin again. Okay, so we saw, of course, a little bit higher prices here, and then we drop again. So if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of like a diagonal leading, this might be a finished wave two, and we drop down impulsively. Right. So let me check as well. Yes. Okay. So the weakness, the signal that we mentioned already from the start here is playing right now. Okay. Yeah. So that is one more low, guys. Of course, that is one more low, but don't forget that you have kind of an impulse here. Okay, you still might be in something impulsive, all right, over there. We'll see if this is gonna continue for higher. I'm still expecting, of course, for Bitcoin to move a little bit higher. What happened here? Let me check Bitcoin 1 hour. Yeah, I'm still looking probably for this area, for this blue box here, especially in Confluence, probably 93K, yeah, or around it. But if this is not gonna happen, but yeah, it can be something like this. Okay, guys, so be careful. All right, guys, so that was it for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your likes and comments. I wish you, of course, a nice weekend or the rest of it. See you in the next one. Bye bye.